After Juanita's death, I traveled up the mountain to Agua Pasal where the old turtle Jose Martinez lived and told me I must come if I want to find the true Dishitu. Well, as I was about to leave, I had to cross over the ranch in Nandashki of Rio Sapo, owned by Tomas Uñez, the biggest cattle ranch in all of Oaxaca. And because out there in the tropics and the lowlands, he had all these cattle, literally the potreros were filled with cubensis mushrooms and psilocybin astacorum, the white mushroom, that grew thousands of them in quantity, which ultimately got harvested and got brought to Huautla to be sold. So when I came through town, people said, "Where are you going?" When I came to the ranch. And I said, "I'm going up the mountains." They said, "Are you crazy? The Indians will kill you in minutes. You'll never make it." Everybody told me. But in Chiapas, I went through that. In many places, they told me they'd kill me, and they hadn't killed me yet, so I was going to take another chance. It took me the first time I walked up that mountain 3 days to get up the mountain. But I'd gotten used to walking in the mountains there, and now I could go up the entire mountain and come down in one day. And I got up the mountain, and it was an incredible journey, and no one killed me. And I finally got to the ranch of Catalunya, which I had to go through to get up to Agua de Pasol, where the old turtle and old turtle woman lived. And there was Hermanina at the gate with a shotgun. And she said, "No, she is the keeper of Catalunya and the region and the finca, and she is not going to let me through." And I explained to her that I've been sent by the old turtle, and with all respect, and I'll give you some pesos, some toshqua, but I'm coming through. And she said no and lowered the shotgun on me, but I don't know why. I kept walking and she didn't shoot me. And I got up to see the old turtle there, and he gave me dishitu. This was now after his wife had given it to me. This was the next time in the Mazateca that I had that experience. And I took that dishitu and hid it in a gourd and walked down the entire mountain. I had been fasting for 3 days, so it was hard. I took a bath before, and that night when I took dishitu, the song came, the percolating music came, the screech of the beast was heard, and the entire mountain from that point on knew that I had passage to go see Desheto myself. And from that point on, my personal relationship with Desheto began. But I became angry one day because the old turtle had met Carlos Castaneda, and Carlos Castaneda had come out to the forest, and they were spending all day telling him all these great stories and having a translator. And I'm like, come on. I take care of your animals. I cut wood for you. I do you guys all the favor. I live here. I'm part of your life here. And me, you treat like a horse. And these guy, you give everything to. And the old turtle looked at me like I was an idiot. And he said to me, "Does he go to see DC too? Or does he just sit here and listen to our bullshit stories?" I said, "Well, I go to see DC too." He said, "Don't be stupid. Get the picture." And what I learned then was, this business that Carlos invented, that you go to a shaman or a shaman school to learn, was made up by Carlos Castaneda. This is not what takes part anywhere in the Americas. And Grandpa Roy of the Lakota backed this up for me. If you truly want to learn the path, the plant must accept you, and you must have a direct relationship with the plant. The elders can help you on your path, but they never got involved with my direct relationship with Desheto, which ultimately led to me being the only outsider that was ever allowed into Chico Nindo's forest to find Desheto myself. And it even led me to problems because in later years, when Julieta in Huautla began taking mushrooms and she saved my life once, I used to bring her, and the people there were very angry at her because they feel that she made all this money from outsiders and gave them nothing, and was mean and culturally dominating them and keeping them in a serfdom, which was partly true. And so they would give me a hard time that I would go to Julieta, but the fact was Julieta was my old friend. And I too understood she was a very smart woman and they had jealousy of her. And she was just learning herself about Desheto in the same time as me. So we were kind of on the path together, and that made it very interesting. And it made a lifelong friendship for us. Ninashka Dachili, the gods give to those who give to the gods.